as they did the other night.
Play underway now in Langway in the center ice area. Now it is Carpenter steering it in towards Lindmark. Rupe lets it go off the boards, and here is Naslund coming out into the center ice area and shooting it into the zone. Gustafson works against Langway, kept in at the line, and then shot out to center. Here is Ed Olczyk across the line, and we get an offside call at the line. The Labatt player of the game for Sweden will receive a set of 10 Olympic coins, compliments of Canadian Tire, an official supplier to the Calgary 1988 Olympic Winter Games, and a few dreams along the way. Canadian Tire.
Big Peter Anderson there on the bench, looking at his teammate, and again, one of the strong defensemen for the Swedish national team.
Carlson checked behind the net. Here's Presley now buzzing around looking to make a centering pass. Carlson took it away from him. Janssen now chops it out towards the line. Sunstrom can't get out, and the puck goes back into the corner where Lars Carlson has it. Sunstrom let it go out across the line, took the return pass, threw it up to center. Now it's Janssen to Rundqvist, and we get another offside, this time at the American blue line. 18:56 to go in the second period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
If you're looking for racy lines, precise cornering, and a great stereo, Zenith's trim 29-inch designer TVs will put you in the driver's seat. Zenith, quality.
Every week, Jimmy Williams and the Blue Jays is hosted by TSN's Steve Cooney with inside reports from former Blue Jay catcher Buck Martinez. So even if you can't catch all the games, you can keep up with the Blue Jays on Jimmy Williams and the Blue Jays, Mondays on TSN.
United States 1, Sweden nothing early in the second period of this Canada Cup 87 preliminary round hockey game from the Copps Coliseum in Hamilton. Michael Talbot on the blue line now with Peter Anderson, and Anderson shoots it into the U.S. zone. Then Bergquist is up to make contact and keep it in. Bergquist now can't get to it. And the U.S. a little slow to get out now. The Swedes are buzzing around a little bit, trying to play the body a little bit more. Now they get out into the center ice area, and Michael Talbot does a good job to keep it away from an American defender. Johnson shoveled it in across the line. Anderson shoots it off the glass and can't get out. Anderson over to Talbot. Shoots it down the ice, and that'll be icing.
Well, it's not often the Swedish players are undisciplined enough to take an icing penalty such as that. Talbot knew he was not over the red line yet, just dumped that puck in far. Bringing it all the way back into the Swedish end zone. Talbot has been a player that has come to the Boston Bruins, and the Bruins have not been characteristically really a great believer in bringing in European hockey players.
Here's what's coming up later on this week in the Canada Cup. Canada and the United States here at Copps on Wednesday night, and Sweden against Czechoslovakia. And our next telecast will be from Sydney, Nova Scotia next Sunday afternoon. Fraser, Langway now. Eklund has it. Anders Eldebrink up into the center ice area. It's shot into the American zone once again. Eklund goes after it. Brook is run in on the boards by Peter Eriksson. Eklund tries to get free. Brook knocked him down, and meanwhile behind the net, Langway has his man draped in on the boards, and play is called.
One thing that may have helped the Swedish Hockey Club is that they went to training camp in an NHL-sized arena just outside of Stockholm. They have an arena that has the same dimensions of an ice surface as the NHL rink. So they were holding their training camp on the exact same ice surface as they were going to be playing on, and it may have been a help to them.
You think this game fits into the pattern of play that the United States would like to establish in this tournament?
I think the U.S. team are playing just as they are capable of right now. Pretty sound defensively. They're not going to score a lot of goals in this tournament, but they do have to have one thing, and Bob Johnson said it this morning. They've got to have great goaltending, and Van Beesbroek was his man once again tonight. I think you'll see most teams in this tournament, if their goalie plays well, they'll stick to a one-man system. I doubt very much whether Mike Keenan will change things unless Grant Fuhr really plays poorly, and that would be very uncharacteristic of Grant Fuhr.
17:38 to go in the second period. The United States won. Sweden no score. It's Joel Otto against Ben Gustafson, and the U.S. controls the face-off and shoots it out to center and down the ice. Now, will we get an icing or an offside here? It is an offside. 17:26 to go. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Your face takes enough abuse, so Gillette introduces the new Good News Plus disposable. Its LubriSmooth strip is designed to reduce irritation, so shaving feels so good. New Good News Plus.
Strength, endurance, and flexibility. Bodies in Motion features aerobics, dance, and calisthenics. Get in shape or stay in shape. Bodies in Motion is weekdays at 7:30 and 11:30 a.m. Eastern.
It will be Ben Gustafson against Joel Otto on this face-off just inside the U.S. blue line. Otto out there with Carpenter and Ed Olczyk. Olczyk moves to make the check. The Swedes clear it into the U.S. zone. Ramsey flips it out and down the ice. And Carlson gets by a check. It's kept in at the line. The United States controls. Olczyk threw it across for Housley. Now Otto with the shot. They score!
Number 26, Ed Olczyk, just neatly deflected that puck right by Peter Lindmark. Good effort here by Olczyk. He throws the puck all the way across the front of the net. Who picks it up but number 29, Otto. Just a nice tip by Olczyk. Where were the Swedish defense? Well, that's something that Tommy Sandlin will be asking, no doubt, when the players come back to the bench, because no one was in sight. One player attempted to go over and get Otto. He was unsuccessful. Olczyk all alone in front of the net.
So the U.S. squad opportunistic again. The goal is Ed Olczyk from Joel Otto at 2:54 of period 2. And the Americans, without too many scoring opportunities, have capitalized twice and lead in the hockey game 2-0. Chelios throws it back behind the net. Housley also got an assist. And meanwhile, the Americans shoot it out and down the ice. LaFontaine after it. And he got there first. Good play by Pat LaFontaine. Kept in by Presley briefly. Now Anderson shovels it out towards the line. Neat move there by Sunstrom to get by a check. Sunstrom drops it at the line. Here's Sweden buzzing around in the zone. Rundqvist takes the shot towards the net and missed. Anderson kept it in briefly. Chelios gets it out into the center ice area. And now LaFontaine has it. Pat LaFontaine spilled in the neutral zone. Team Sweden works its way back to center. Michael Talbot checked at the line, and we get an offside called with Gary Suter making the defensive play for the Americans.
Certainly number 15, Kenton Nielsen, has got some great abilities to handle that puck out there, as does his teammate Peter Sunstrom. Number 17, Peter Sunstrom, who has signed with the Washington Capitals just recently, is an excellent defensive forward, and that fits very well into the Washington Capitals style.
Albalin. He's just signed with the Quebec Nordiques. He'll be at their training camp later on in September. And Håkan Sodergren now circles away from Mullen. Cross ice pass steered into the zone by Albalin, and it goes over the glass and out of play.
One thing Bob Johnson stresses with all of his hockey teams, and always has, he loves that intensity and aggressiveness, and at the same time he is very much a type of coach that wants the plays and wants them well disciplined out there. He has had a lot of experience coaching against European teams over his coaching career.
Langway shoots it around on the boards. Aaron Broughton can't get loose. Bergquist has it, tried to set it up for Sodergren. And now it is Kevin Hatcher working his way out to center. Broughton to Mullen. Back into Broughton, knocked it down, shoveled it towards the net wide. Hatcher moves up, keeps it in. Broughton tried to center it. There it came right in front, and Mullen was hauled down and could not put it in. The Swedes break back. Sodergren at the line. Carlson threw it across the line, and it comes out to the center ice area with Joey Mullen. To Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher, big shot. Lindmark steered it into the corner. Hatcher goes after it. Just dumped it in behind the net. Albalin sets it up for Eldebrink. It comes out and down the ice. No icing, as they rule Ramsey could have played it. And Housley works his way back out to the line. The Americans moving the puck crisply here in the early stages of period 2 into the slot area for Nyland. It comes back towards the line. Fraser's shot towards the side of the net, and the Swedes clear it out to center. United States definitely in control of this hockey game right now. As you look at Chris Nyland as he hustles back into the Swedish zone, there's a backhand shot, and he's ruled offside. 14:29 to play in the second period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
I'm gonna put this dream in motion, never let nothing stand in my way. When the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Tough in every size. Dodge, backed by the 7-115 warranty. That's the Dodge family of Ram Tough trucks.
When the going gets tough, the tough get going. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Tough.
Well, you can see from behind Peter Lindmark here that there was a little bit of traffic. Once again, that play originating from behind Lindmark, almost a la Gretzky style. Gretzky loves to set up behind the net. More and more players are utilizing that from an offensive maneuvering standpoint.
Ramsey clears it around on the boards, kept in at the line by Team Sweden. Thomas Eklund is after it there, taken out of the play by Ramsey. Ramsey shovels it out to center. Janssen, veteran defenseman from the New York Islanders. Out there now with Lars Carlson. Carlson flipped it in, or Janssen flipped it in behind Van Beesbroek. Janssen moves over now, trying to keep it in at the line. It's knocked out. Kurt Fraser hustles after it. Fraser. Carlson is checked. Fraser has it, knocks it into the corner. Housley circles behind the net. They score! Nyland.
Well, we expect when Chris Nyland is out there that things are going to happen. You don't always expect him to score goals, though. Watch from behind the net here. Housley has possession of the puck. He just throws it out. To the right of your screen was Chris Nyland. Now watch Nyland here. Great camera work here. We've got him isolated. Watch, that puck comes across empty. Nyland didn't have to do too much thinking before he put that puck away. He saw the empty side. Lindmark was caught over to his left. Nyland bangs it home, makes it 3-0 for Team USA.
Chris Nyland.
Nyland gets the goal. Phil Housley will get one assist.
Kurt Fraser.
And Kurt Fraser also draws an assist at 6:15.
Number 30, Nyland. The assist, number 8, Fraser. The time, 6.
So the United States now with a 3-0 lead in this hockey game. And we aren't midway through it at this point. The Americans have really forced the play in the second period. Gustafson chopped it toward the line. Joel Otto kept it in. Here's a chance now for Carpenter along the boards. Shovels it towards the side of the net. It comes back out to the far side. There's another chance. Otto just deflected it wide on that shot by Chelios. Now it is Naslund for Team Sweden. Working out to center. Elchik broke that up, threw it back into the Swedish zone. The United States makes a quick change, and the Swedes bring it out to center. Gustafson is checked. Here come the Americans once again. We get a tripping call against Magnus Rupe of Sweden.
Watch number 24, Rupe. He signed with the Philadelphia Flyers. He just took the legs right out of the USA player, and Rupe is going right to the penalty box. He's an aggressive type of forward, and I'm sure the Flyers are going to give him an excellent opportunity to make their hockey team. He's a strong corner man.
2 minutes for tripping. The time, 7:15.
This could really be the start of something new for Bob Carpenter. He has been pretty intense during this game, but That's not legal, Bob. You can't hang on to Ben Gustafson's stick. Interesting, Gustafson and Carpenter were great as of friends when they were playing together in Carpenter's first year in Washington. I think Carpenter there was just playing games with Ben Gustafson.
This could turn out to be a big steal for rookie Vachon if Bobby Carpenter can play anything like he did 2 years ago when he goes to the Kings training camp this fall. Meanwhile, Housley moves up to make some efforts there in the zone. Albalin tries to get loose. Sunstrom has it now. The Americans, good forechecking. They get it to the line, and now it's kept in. Chelios reversed his stick, took a left-handed shot, and managed to keep it in the zone. Aaron Broughton struggling behind the net with LaFontaine. LaFontaine can't keep it in, and the puck comes out and down the ice. Chelios moves after it. Rundqvist is up to do some forechecking. And Ramsey clears it out to the center ice area. Broughton leaves it for Pat LaFontaine. LaFontaine drops it. LaFontaine gets it back, shovels it toward the corner. Carlson checks his man. Now Presley gets it back to the line to Chelios. LaFontaine. U.S. on the power play. 50 seconds to go. Good save there by Lindmark. Not sure that he saw it, but he did get in front of it. And now Presley behind the net. U.S. trying to get another goal here. They lead 3-0 in the hockey game, and they're on a power play. Mark Johnson keeps it in. Chelios over to Aaron Broughton. Behind the net to Presley. Control by the Americans. So far, not very many shots. Back in behind the net it goes once again, and this time Thomas Janssen has it and flips it into the U.S. team bench.
Well, you notice the U.S. team taking plenty of time setting up in front of Peter Lindmark in the Swedish end zone. But the one thing that is different from Team USA and Team Canada is they'll tend to shoot away from the point far more than the European teams. And that can give a goaltender like Lindmark a little bit more of some trouble because they're not quite accustomed to getting those shots from the points as we are over here in North America. You could see Lindmark had some screening in front of him because number 14, Wayne Presley for Team USA, was doing everything he could to take that sight away from Lindmark.
Housley drills one. Lindmark, good save. And Telvin has control and flips it out and down the ice. Bill Housley's been a factor in this hockey game, Gary. He's got 2 assists on the last 2 U.S. goals. We haven't really talked very much about him, but he's still a great player. Seems like he's been around forever, and he's only 23 years old.
Hey, this is his type of hockey. He may not be great in the aggressive hockey department, but his skill level is exceptional.
Joey Mullen with control, has to wait for Carpenter to come out of the zone. Didn't wait long enough, and we have an offside at the line with 10:38 to go in the second period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
The unique Royal LePage pre-approved mortgage. With it, shopping for your dream home is a joy. Without it, shopping for a mortgage after finding a house can be a nightmare. One you can avoid with our pre-approved mortgage. We guarantee rates equal to or lower than the 5 major banks. Bypass mortgage hassles. Buy your house on the spot because you're pre-approved. Ask your Royal LePage representative about our pre-approved mortgage.
Scottie Bowman drafted this guy in Buffalo. He saw lots of talent from him. However, Scottie tended to use him back on the blue line. He knew he had some difficulties, was trying to gain his confidence by moving him up front. Now he's pretty much settled back in the blue. He had a good year last year, 21 goals, 46 assists for the Sabres. He does have lots of offensive abilities as a defenseman.
Naslund works his way down the left side. Kevin Hatcher, excellent defensive play to take him out. And now the Swedes control behind the net. Here's a chance with Naslund in front, looking to set it up for teammate Eklund. Comes back to the line instead, and they miss the net. Now here's another chance. As a big pileup in front of Van Beesbroek. Eklund trying to get the loose puck, and Van Beesbroek holds it out.
Well, Eklund looking for that loose puck.
I was just about to say, Gary, that the United States has outshot Sweden so far in 9-1 in the period. The Swedes evened it up here a little bit.
Kevin Hatcher there, number 4, was doing a pretty good job of coverage. He had that stick wrapped right around the Swedish opponent. Watch here, Langway just gives number 4, Eklund, an extra help, and then Brook rams him right into the crossbar. How does your waist feel now, Mr. Eklund? Hatcher, a big man out there. He can certainly lay on the lumber. 6'4", 212 pounds. We said that before. He's only 21 years of age. What a future this guy can have in the National Hockey League.
Born in Detroit, first-round draft pick by Washington 3 years ago. Played his junior hockey with the North Bay Centennials of the Ontario Hockey Association. And David Poyle appears to have found a blue chipper in Kevin Hatcher. Now the face-off to the left of John Van Beesbroek. We have 10 minutes and 13 seconds to play here in period 2. In the United States, not many opportunities scoring-wise. They've made the most of them. They lead the hockey game 3-0. Trying to win their second game and take over top spot in the tournament standings. And I'm not sure anybody would have predicted that when this tournament began last Friday. Rupe clears it towards the U.S. blue line. Hatcher has it. Otto flips it out towards center, and the puck is deflected off a defenseman toward the boards. Hatcher now chops it towards the line. And we had a glove pass, but it wasn't called, so play continues. It goes in across the line and comes back out again. And now the Americans control and just shoot it down the ice. Lindmark plays it, no icing. Peter Anderson is back for it. U.S. team changing on the fly. The Americans keep it in at the line. There's a shot right on by Pat LaFontaine. And Lindmark hangs on for a face-off.
Well, Lindmark was able to glove that shot fairly easily. Lindmark once again is trying to impress everyone he possibly can here, and who knows, maybe the guy doesn't really want to play in the National Hockey League. However, I do know one thing is that he is a little bit sour at 31 years of age that he's never been given the opportunity. Ask yourself the question why. He's been outstanding in World Championships. Maybe sometime this year somebody will give him a chance.
Janssen works his way in on the left side. His pass went wide, and the U.S. controls once again now as Kelly Miller shoots it into the Swedish zone. Sodergren out to center. Gustafson missed a check. Sodergren carries on. Sodergren now, it's a 2-on-1 break. And Housley did a good job of taking the man out of the play, and the goalkeeper, Van Beesbroek, cleared the puck to center. Janssen. Into Bergquist. Now Nielsen picks it up. Kent Nielsen takes the shot towards the front of the net. Bergquist nearly got free. Ramsey stayed with him, though. And now at the other end, it's Carlson moving up to keep the play in the zone, and they get an offside. 8:28 to go in period 2. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Flushing Meadow, New York, late summer, great tennis. Following the Players International, the tennis world moves south of the border, and TSN will be there for the 1987 U.S. Open. Join us for daily coverage from the U.S. Open, live from Flushing Meadow, New York, starting September the 1st. The U.S. Open here on TSN.
Thomas Janssen, the New York Islander player, has been for the last 6 years in the NHL. Great abilities to pass. He has had 2 Stanley Cup rings that he proudly bears. And certainly here playing for Team Sweden, his homeland, he has also shown the abilities, especially when it comes to being able to see the whole ice surface. That's where Janssen excels.
Naslund struggles against Brook. Brook clears it in across the line. Naslund takes control once again. Now Mats Naslund with some skating room works his way into the American zone. It's cleared to Eklund. It comes back out towards the line, kept in briefly by Albalin, and now brought to center by Gary Suter. Nyland works his way into the corner. Eldebrink gets there first and clears it back out. 7:55 to go in the second period. The United States 3 and Team Sweden no score. And Gary Suter shoots it back into the Swedish zone. Suter at the line, can't keep it in, has to play it back to Chelios. Now it's dumped in towards Nyland. Nyland works his way around one player and is sent sprawling. And the Swedes nearly gave the puck away fatally on that play. Albalin. Chelios. Swedes just can't get anything going here. Now Fraser from well out. And Lindmark made the save. Now here's a chance by Brook. And he shot it high. Another shot. Fraser just missed. Back at the line. Hatcher keeps it in. Bob Brook. Checked. Eldebrink shoots it around on the boards. Langway keeps it in at the line. Takes the shot right to the net. They score!
puts Team USA ahead as the U.S. fans here wave their flag 4-0. Watch from behind the net. You will see the exact action, as does Peter Lindmark. That puck was flying high off of the glass, and then it comes back. Now watch. That was a short angle. Lindmark had it covered. It came back again. He feels like he's in a pinball machine here. He's got pucks coming at him from all over. All of a sudden, then, that puck will come out. It was sent around the boards by Eldebrink. And then it ends up with a deflection right in the net. Let's face it, Peter Lindmark had lots of action over the space of those 30 seconds.
Well, in the 30 seconds that you were talking about the goal, Aaron Broughton has drawn a penalty, and so Team Sweden will be on the power play for, I believe, the 4th time in the hockey game. And they have mustered very little offense in the hockey game. It's amazing, Gary, how much different they look tonight compared with the way they played against the Soviets Saturday in Calgary.
Well, Peter, I know that they have said that they would just treat it one game at a time, and that, in fact, they have forgotten about the Soviet game the other night. That's a little hard to believe after watching them so far tonight. They are, without any doubt, not the same team as they were Saturday night in Calgary against the Soviets.
Peter Anderson starts this Swedish power play up to Rundqvist. In across the line. Hatcher, who's had a strong second period for the American side, clears it out across the line. Telvin has it there to Anderson. The last penalty, Aaron Broughton for tripping. And it was a minute and a half ago, and now the Swedes will try and get something going, and Bob Brook is there to break up that thrust and shoot it back down the ice. Sunstrom works his way in across the line. Ramsey takes him out of the play. Rundqvist goes to the corner looking for the loose puck. Chelios has it there. Chelios clears it around behind the net. Chelios works against Sunstrom, beats 2 players, breaks out to center. Shovels it in across the line. Now here's the chance for Bob Brook with a big shot. Wow, did he ever crank that thing? And Lindmark got a piece of it, or it might have gone in the top corner. Nice play. Nielsen works against Ramsey, then lost control of the puck, and it's shot back down the ice.
That's another thing that European goaltenders are not as used to. Players shooting from all the way out at the blue line, as Brook did, and boy, he really rifled it.
Nielsen throws it back towards the line. Janssen has it. Janssen looking to get a shot. Some traffic in front. That one is deflected by Carpenter, and Joel Otto clears it out to center. Nielsen with 25 seconds left in the penalty. Now here's the giveaway. Here's Carpenter working right in alone. Carpenter, what a save. Lindmark can't find it, but he made the stop. Great goalkeeping by Peter Lindmark. Carpenter nearly had his second goal of the hockey game. 10 seconds left in the penalty to Aaron Broughton, and Nielsen works his way across the line and then has to come back outside. Kent Nielsen. The Americans back at full strength. Janssen comes in across the line, and Broughton promptly broke that play up. Now here's a 2-man breakaway. Here is Carpenter once again. Shoots this time. What a save again, Lindmark. Peter Lindmark, 2 great stops on Bobby Carpenter. 1 killing a penalty, 1 just after the U.S. returned to full strength. And finally, the puck is chopped out into the center ice area.
Well, Carpenter went to the bench. His quarter ran out. That was 2 excellent opportunities that he had in the space of about 30 seconds. Both breakaway opportunities. Great save by Lindmark.
Langway controls it. Naslund knocked flying. Langway made the play and knocked his man down. And now the Americans break out to center. Kept out at the line. Here comes Naslund. He runs into the linesman. Albalin shoveled it in across the line. Now Eldebrink has it. Into the corner. Naslund works towards the slot. There's a chance. Gustafson scores!
Well, Ben Gustafson didn't exactly drill that puck. Watch, he was stationed over to the left of Van Beesbroek. Van Beesbroek tried to get back in time. You can see number 10 there for Team USA. Aaron Broughton didn't have his man.
This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
With so many big men in the NHL right now, it can get uncomfortable on the ice for players like me. But there's something else that makes me uncomfortable. Something you as a parent or teenager should also be uncomfortable about. This problem won't go away just because you wish it would, And you teenagers won't escape it unless you have positive alternatives. The problem is drugs. The Council on Drug Abuse knows a few things you ought to know. They can help you, you can help them. Let's get rid of drugs so we can all live comfortably.
Ben Gustafson getting that goal. Assist from number 26, Mats Naslund, and number 2, Eldebrink. Gustafson once again just had to make an easy tap to put that puck by John Van Beesbrook.
Puck knocked down with a high stick by Gary Suter, so there'll be a face-off just outside the Swedish blue line. With 4 minutes to play exactly in the second period. Well, perhaps now that goal will get the Swedes going a little bit as you look at Gary Suter.
Suter, pretty amazing guy, isn't he? Take a look back at his history here. He was a 10th round draft selection by the Calgary Flames back in '84. He became Rookie of the Year in the NHL in '85-86. This guy has turned out to be a great Cliff Fletcher's selection.
Face-off to the left of Van Beesbrook. Controlled by the United States. Kept in. No, it is not kept in. Anderson let it come out over the line.
Peter Lindmark certainly hasn't had the help in front of him that he had in the Soviet game. We've talked plenty about that, but nevertheless, Lindmark has had plenty of dazzling saves that he's made, and Bobby Carpenter, if you don't believe us, will tell you.
There's an easy save on the long shot from the point by Gary Suter. The puck is controlled by Michael Telvin of Team Sweden. Out across the line to center. Here is Sunstrom. And he's offside at the blue line. 3:39 to go in the second period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Tuesday on the Sports Network. Live at 12 and 7:30, Grand Slam tennis action from the U.S. Open in Flushing Meadow, New York. Then at 4, the Masters of Disaster meet, the greatest in man action, AWA Wrestling. 10:30, live from the legendary Candlestick Park, the Expos meet the Giants. And that's all on TSN, where every day this week you can enjoy great tennis action from the U.S. Open in Flushing Meadow, New York.
Welcome back to the Copps Coliseum in Hamilton. We just got handed a shot total. 16-4 for the United States in the second period. And full value for a 4-1 lead, but the Swedes got the last goal, and we'll see if it gets them going a little bit. They have not played a good hockey game here through the first 36 minutes of play. Kent Nielsen works his way slowly to the line, now makes the pass into the center ice area. Sodergren breaks it up, and Tommy Sandlin has started to juggle his lines a little bit, looking for some combinations that can be a little more effective. So Janssen keeps it in at the line briefly. Now we have a delayed offside coming up, but the U.S. will bring it out with Kevin Hatcher carrying into the center ice area. Here is Fraser. Nobody made a move to check him at all. There's a chance in front. What a save by Lindmark on Bob Brook.
Well, Lindmark really feels like he's all alone out there sometimes in this second period. The shots indicate that. Brook just fired that pass, or that puck, as soon as he got the pass. Nice little pass there by number 8, Fraser. Lindmark came up with a big save once again. Boy, he has really been left defenseless a number of times this second period.
That's a half a dozen borderline brilliant saves in the last 4 or 5 minutes by Peter Lindmark, who has written quite a story in this Canada Cup competition to this point. And Tommy Sandlin looks on, concerned about the fact that his team can't seem to really get anything going. I was going to say on that goal by Sweden, Mats Naslund was such a determined kind of effort on the goal, Gary. And that big line in this hockey game really has not been terribly effective with Nielsen, Naslund, and Gustafson. And now he's got Naslund out there with different people, trying to find a combination that'll work. Gustafson steered it in towards the zone. Eklund can't get to it. Carpenter now shoots it out to center. No icing. It went off a Swedish player, and Eldebrink hustles after it. Olczyk takes his man heavily in along the boards. Otto written in as well, fighting for the puck with Gustafson. You're right about Gustafson. He's so much stronger than he appeared to be when he first played in the NHL a couple of years ago.
Well, he was certainly never afraid of anyone when he played in the NHL, but I really think that his body strength, upper body strength, has improved.
Ramsey sets it up. Housley across the line. looking to make a play, throws it into the corner. Carpenter has it there. That pass intercepted by the Swedes. And here comes Naslund down the right side. Mats Naslund at the line. Albalin moves in. Albalin shoots. Great save, Van Beesbroek. Mullen run in heavily along the boards. Chelios has it, shoots it out and down the ice. No icing.
Well, that's what you need. All of a sudden, Van Beesbroek hasn't had a lot of action this second period. Has to come up with a big save. He did exactly that.
A minute 20 to go in the second period. The United States 4, Sweden 1. Rundqvist works his way in across the line. Aaron Broughton cleared it around on the boards. It's chopped to the line. Rupe keeps it in, takes the shot. That's blocked by the defense. Mark Johnson has it, gets it out to center. Delvin back into his own zone for the loose puck with a minute to go in the second period. The United States changing. Carlson. Works his way out of the zone. Telvin has it now up into the center ice area to Rupe. And now Hatcher shoots it into the zone. Here's Presley hustling after it. Presley tries to center it. Sunstrom took him out of the play. Carlson throws it back behind the net, and Michael Telvin has it.
The Swedes are trying to set a man way up high in the neutralized area, trying to take a little bit of the pressure off of their defense.
Telvin's shot blocked easily by Van Beesbroek, controlled by Langway, cleared around on the boards, and it goes out to center. And the Americans flip it in towards Lindmark. He leaves it there for Telvin. Telvin takes a hit. The Americans now starting to hit anything that's wearing a yellow jersey. Here's a long shot right on. Van Beesbroek cleared that out of the way. Langway shoots it out and down the ice, and that's the end of the second period. The United States 4 and Sweden 1, and this is the Labatt Canada Cup.